Welcome to the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove, where the fence world gets real, raw, and unfiltered. Billy's not just an industry leader, he's a hands-on pro who knows what it takes to build quality fences and strong teams. So grab a cold one, settle in, and get ready for straight talk about the trade. Today's show is brought to you by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, J.C. Gurry Signs and Decals, and Orlando Hinge Company. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove. Billy Grove.
Oh man, I almost had everything right. What is going on, Fence fam? How are we doing on this wonderful Tuesday? I have Mr. Chris Steele in the house.
Boom, boom.
But before we get there, guys, we do have to give a huge shout out to our amazing sponsors who make this thing happen week in and week out. First and foremost, guys, we got Mr. Fence Academy. If you are looking to up the level of your fence company, whether it be the business side or the installation side, go check out www.mrfenceacademy.com. If you are looking for privacy slats for chain link material, ornamental iron, some pretty cool fence tools, go check out National Metal Industries. They also just dropped a new aluminum hand railing kit. Comes in 6 foot wide, 3 foot tall, and 5 foot tall sections, white or black, and that is a kit section right there. www.nmifence.com. Next up, we have J.C. Gurry. If you guys are still looking for a fence sign for your finished, beautiful fences, look no farther, www.jcgurry.com. They all come with Mylar lamination, all of that stuff. We're almost done. One more. And last but not least, we have Orlando Hinge Company, aka the Swan Hinge. If you are still struggling with an uphill like swing gate on a double drive, absolutely go check them out. Highly recommend. Boom. Made it through that. We made it through the intro without me spilling something on the keyboard.
Man, how do you remember all that?
Like what happened last time, huh?
How do you remember all that? He doesn't read that. He knows it.
Yeah. So I have said it enough now that I got it all down.
Okay.
I got it all down. It took me a while though.
Yeah, I was like, how does he know this?
Yeah, but StreamYard actually put this nice little note section in here on the last update, and I'm loving it because now I don't have to flip through different pages. I can just copy and paste them here.
Okay.
So that's awesome. But yeah, man, I had to memorize all that.
Good job.
Yeah. So we have you on for the third time, first time in like studio though.
That's crazy because it's literally at our office.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I've been gone every time.
And last time a disaster happened and Chris was on live by himself for what, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
Dude, man. I was like texting friends like, hey, are you watching this? Because like somebody talk to me because I don't do this, right? Somebody give me something here. I remember like people were like, how's your fence business doing? What kind of fence do you install? It's like, we install fence. Billy. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, that was an expensive lesson for me to learn, not to keep drinks near the computer. So that's learned. I don't have a drink near the computer. We are here with Chris. Chris has a pretty big announcement or new venture that he would like to announce, and man, we're going to get to that here in a second. But first and foremost, let's do a little micro introduction for the new people who are new to the show and for the people who just don't know you.
Yeah. What you want to know, man?
So you are Chris Steele. You own.
Yeah, I'm Chris Steele. I'm with HighSteele Fencing here in Florida and South Louisiana. It's our 11-year business here in Florida, and I think we're pushing. Man, it's crazy. I think we're 4 years in Houma.
I think so.
I think it was like the end of 21, early 22. We went in over there. Yeah, that's
nice.
me.
Nice. So what's been up? Lately? I know we see each other every day, but what's been going on in the HighSteele world, Chris Steele world?
it's you say we see each other every day and it's like work, it's like
Mhm.
boom, 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 handle this. Can we do this? Can we do that? But we don't get to actually see each other, spend time with each other very often outside of, just day-to-day stuff. So
Right.
I'm going to value that time right now with you.
Yeah.
Right. What's new at HighSteele, man? Not a lot. Other than we've got some cool projects going on.
We do.
Man, I think for the first time ever, we have multiple couple 1,000-foot jobs of vinyl going in.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's impressive for us. We're super excited about that. I know you've been a huge part of that. You've been out there. One of those jobs is a custom H-post vinyl.
Yeah.
Right. It was funny when you and I went out that first day and we started putting some together. We're like, yeah, we got this. Like we went kind of late in the afternoon, so there wasn't that many people around.
Yeah.
But new at HighSteele, man, we're just some cool jobs. And like our name is finally starting to be around enough to like, oh, HighSteele, right? Like, that takes time. You can only, you can market, you can do all these things, but we're finally starting to become like that fence company. That fence company's just been here. The reputation is finally, after 10 years is really when we started seeing that. And we're getting more of, just like the person to call instead of we clicked on your ad or, which came about with the big projects.
Right.
One of them was literally like a guy called my cell phone. Hey man, I need this done. So I'm excited about that too. After 10 years, it's like you feel like you should be so much further ahead, but all that hard work is starting to pay off with people. And you never know. Like the guy that called me, I didn't know he'd have a job like this. Big project for us, right, around a neighborhood. So that's it, man.
Yeah, not just the big vinyl jobs, but I have noticed that we're also getting into selling more higher end products with bigger ticket prices. And I like that. I like where it's going. It's a different ball game, so to speak. It's
man,
not
we're not as fighting as hard on the front line, and I call it fighting against chucking a truck, which is, hey, I was chucking truck for a long time. There's nothing against that, but in that stage in business, you're constantly fighting for that next job, and like you're comparing a lot on price, and we're really moving away from that into, like you said, doing some cooler things, and not necessarily like crazy high end different things, but like some Goliath fence we put in recently, this custom vinyl job over the last couple of years, like that's really started to shift.
Yeah,
right. Like our average ticket has increased
very much so,
which is huge, right?
Yeah.
Like, we get one day to install this fence. I'd rather do a $7,000 job than a $5,000 job, right? So that's cool to watch.
Yeah.
And I think that goes in with the time, right? Like, heck, if this guy's been around 10 years, he might be able to do this, right? He should be able to.
And that goes a long ways whenever, I know most fence markets are like this, but there are a lot where there's only 5 or 6 fence companies in a broad spectrum, but most of the saturated markets, there's only like 2 or 3 guys who stick around for 8+ years. The rest are 1 to 3, 80%, and then 3 to 5, it's like 50%.
Like especially across the Gulf Coast, like we're saturated, but there is areas like Louisiana down there. I mean, there's 3 or 4 of us. We all get along. It's a totally different market. I just did a report. There's 86 registered fence companies in Santa Rosa and Escambia County.
Wow.
86.
Wow.
And everyone's like, oh, my market's saturated. Our population in that is less than 500,000. I mean, Pensacola, like Escambia County is 300,000.
Yep.
So are we even 500? Like those censuses are always older, but it's like 86 companies, 400,000, 500,000 people.
Yeah.
It is saturated.
Very much so.
It is saturated.
Very much so. And a lot of these tract homes are being bought by now people who are our age. A lot of people our age don't always have the money to go in and purchase a home and then purchase a fence right afterwards.
Yeah, and especially like the first-time home buyer, right?
Yep.
They come in to buy their first house, it's normally a tract house, and they spend their money on the furniture, their down payment, all these things. So I'm told that all the time, like, we really want to use you, but we need to keep foo-foo in the backyard, and that's all we need to do. And it's hard to argue with that. It's like, oh, I mean, I hear you.
Yeah.
You notice our average customer is not 25 years old.
No.
They've kind of been through this, already done this a couple times, maybe once, twice, 3 times. Like they're looking for that last fence or something that's going to last longer. Right. And there's room in the market for everybody. Like I learned pretty quick that we are not a tract home building fence company, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not. We can, build down our price and compete at that level, but I don't see why we need to. Right. So I don't want to go down that path.
Yeah, no. That's just the race to the bottom, and it's nice being able to do wood this day, vinyl this day, chain link this day. When you really get into those track homes, you're pretty much stuck on
and our market is pine.
One thing,
all
pine.
Day, every day, for the cheapest price possible.
Like, come out and do it for free, basically.
As Josh says, it's like a taillight warranty.
Yep.
You see that taillight leaving, it's done. So.
That's it. So, you have been doing a lot of back end work. A lot of different ventures have come through your desk, and I think you finally landed on one. Is that right?
Yeah, man. The past year and a half, it's been wild. Like, I've never been approached by anyone that wanted to purchase HighSteele before this. I've never been approached by anyone that wanted to do a venture with us. And lately, it's just like, almost weekly that we, like, hey, can we hop on a call? Like, you don't want to buy HighSteele, I promise. You really don't. And no, we did not sell HighSteele, so I'm not going down that path. But like, just over the last year and a half, and where this came was pure accident. Like,
right,
literally pure accident. And it is wild. I don't know if that's that 10-year mark. I don't know if it's just establishing a name. I don't know if it's just what people are doing right now. Private equity is sucking up things left and right.
Yeah.
And we're really not ideal. I mean, we're not a $10 million company. Most of the time when I see private equity looking, it's for something substantial, but their venture, I don't know if they're lowering their standards or what they're doing, but yeah, lots lately, man. We did the Homa thing, and we have that now, and now we're going down this path. So yeah, a lot of behind the scenes stuff has been happening.
Yeah. So when you say this path, are we talking about like a whole different company? Are we going to a different direction, or?
Yeah. Can I release this?
Absolutely.
Now? It's not as big as it seems, but yeah. So we are doing a separate company. We've partnered with somebody, and we're opening a fence supply company here in Pensacola. All right. So we're totally separate. Okay. HighSteele is HighSteele. I hope that HighSteele purchases from this company. Right. And you think about it, like, I've always wanted to sell material. I started out early, like, no money, man. Just like during COVID, we had a little bit of money, and I had a connection on pickets.
Yep.
Like, pine pickets were, you remember?
I remember that.
All right.
I remember that. You were like, you need some HighSteele pickets.
Yeah, man. And it's funny. Like, I just did some research, and I found a broker, and it's like, hey, do you have pine pickets? And I'm like, yeah, we have all of them in the country right now.
Right.
Like, can I have some of them? Sure. And very quickly, it's like, okay, I got a truckload of pickets. I remember we sold a truck. We unloaded it at 10 o'clock at night during COVID, and we sold them that night. Like, I was unloading them off the semi at 10 p.m. and putting them on people's trailers and selling them, right? With wood, there's not as much margin. Like, we weren't killing it. We weren't making serious money. But so that was when I first kind of ventured in, like, okay, I want to sell material. Like, this is attractive to me. And like me, I love helping other fence guys. I love this industry. It's changed my family's life, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. But I'm a big believer in this industry. So when I was able to help somebody, it was like, that was fun. Next thing you know, it's like, do you have hardware?
Right.
Or do you have 4x4s? Do you have 2x4s? Like, yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
And pretty quickly you run out of capital, or I did, right? I didn't have an investor. I didn't have any help. It was just me. And very quickly it was like, dang, I got a bunch of money on the yard, but I don't have any in the bank.
Right.
And I was nice. Like, a couple of guys come by, hey, can I grab this and square up after the job? Yeah, man, I've been in there 100 times. Like, yeah, that's cool, man. And next thing you know, people aren't paying. And it's like, well, can you bring in this? I'm maxed. Like, I can bring in pickets, and now we have 2x4s, now we have 4x4s, and okay, we'll get concrete and gates and gate hardware. Now you want chain link? Oh, Lord.
Right.
So it's been on the back burner, man. It's been something that's like, I felt unobtainable for a long time. Like, I would tell my wife and my close friends, like, one day I want to sell material. I want to, and do more than just sell material. Like, but that's a big part of what I want to do. And now we're going there. So
Yeah.
I am freaking excited.
Yeah.
I've been working on this for about a year, a little over a year, 13 months, and we're finally ready to release it. So that's exciting.
Yeah, man, it is exciting. And it's not just exciting for us as HighSteele, but it should be exciting to all of the other fence contractors in our area. Because, you know, if you've been here, if you've bought fence materials here, there is one place and one place only to buy fence material.
Yeah, there is. Locally, there is only one place, and you know, I like those guys over there.
Yeah.
I think they're great people. I'm just going a different approach.
Yep.
You know, and I have a lot of cool ideas. Do you like? How do you want to break that down? You have some questions, or
I think like what it's pretty big that it's going to be over here in like Santa Rosa County too, because not are we going to be the second fence supply house, but now they don't have to cross over the water
for now.
For now,
yeah. So we're really working hard to get into Escambia County, just because of the population.
Okay.
So yeah, right now we are selling stuff out of here just to get the ball rolling. We're about that close to closing on a building over that way, but I'm like, hey, we got to get this thing going before March. Like March is coming; it's busy season. You know, you got to win right now, and so like we're kickstarting this up. I haven't told a lot of people about it. Very close people know. Try to keep it close to the heart, but yeah, right now it's selling out of here, but eventually moving like in the next couple months over to Escambia County.
That's
so
awesome.
I would love to stay here. I'd love to keep it next to HighSteele, keep it close to my heart, but at the same time, it is two separate entities. It's night and day different. And I know that I heard this one already, like, oh, well, he's going to beat everybody up on price because he gets it so much cheaper. And it's like, no. The supply company has to make money.
Yeah, right.
Like HighSteele is going to be buying materials from that company.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So did you see a need for change in the local market when it comes to supply warehouse, or is this just really just a vision and a goal that you had?
Yeah, it's what started it. You know, let's use driving post for instance. If you go to a local supply house and you ask for a longer post, you know, they normally won't have it. That's fine. You know, the average person at the time wasn't using that. That's cool. But not only do you start getting kickback, like you're the guy that buys a longer post to drive them, and you hear drama like, "Oh, that guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing." They're very set in their ways. They're old school.
Yep.
Some of the guys that worked there had successful companies, retired, and went to work there. Like they did nothing wrong. I'm not by any means trashing those guys. But like you didn't feel. I noticed that people didn't feel comfortable if they were driving posts. That was the start, right? They don't rent any equipment.
Yeah.
So you can't rent a little beaver locally, even if you're digging holes. You can't rent a post driver. I just talked to a couple months ago, a local rental company over on Bell Lane. Like, hey, can you bring in a post driver? So I sent him what he needed to get, like a gas powered driver. You're going to have to work on it, but it is a good tool for the toolbox. He brings in the cheapest one you could buy. You can't even get a 2.5-inch post in it. It's like, man, like I sent you what to buy. So, you know, I envision this to where you can pull up and rent a trailer. You can rent a driver. We're really excited to have like the bull, you know, the air compressors, all of that stuff there. So the guys that are starting out, the guys that are subcontracting day in and day out, like they have a place to go to, a fence rental place too, right?
Right.
Like, yes, we have materials. We will accept if you want to dig holes, dig holes. We don't care. We'll sell you concrete. I'm not interested in getting that argument with every person in the world.
Right.
Right. If you want to drive posts, cool, we got you. Did your driver die today? And that's what started it with us. You know, like the driver would die, and here we are stuck. There's nothing we can do. I remember during COVID, there's a company that makes a winged post, pretty big, and they ran out and left a lot of people, you know, in a bind.
Yep.
So we're going to go different direction with that with Titan Post. So there's a few things I want to change locally. And it's not even change; it's give options, right?
Yeah.
So that's really the envision. That's what made me like, hey, I think that we can do this differently. I'm not going to say better. It's going to be better, right?
Right. Yeah.
But we can do this a little differently and add value to our clients to say, hey, yeah, you can get online and make an order. We will pull that order for you. Do you need to rent a trailer? I'll strap it down the trailer for you, man.
Right.
Like you're ready to go. I want you to go win, because when they win, we're going to win.
Right. And one of the things that you said about driving posts that I find really beneficial for the guys here who are driving posts is you're right. Like you go up, and they're great guys. I love both of them. But you go up there and say you want some 10-foot sticks pipe, right? So you're going to get 21-foot sticks. Well, they don't have any 21s. All we got is 24s. So now we have a drop. an unusable drop, or they have to cut it for us, and then we get charged for them taking it over to the saw and going.
Right. And it's because, for so long that wasn't an option for the backyard. So I understand it. And there's a lot of people that are set in their ways. Like there's guys that will not drive posts, and that's A-okay. I mean, concrete fences worked for a long time. I personally think driving is superior, but it does work with setting in concrete. So, and I'd go up there and say, okay, we're building a 6-foot fence. I'm short a post from our normal vendor. I need a post. I'm like, yep, it's 8 foot long. Well, that doesn't even meet ASTM. At minimum in Florida, in our soft soil, we're not going to meet ASTM.
Yeah.
And they're looking at you like, dude, we don't care what you think. And it's not necessarily that guy, right? It's not necessarily the people that work there. It's the company doesn't seem value in bringing in my opinion, the proper stuff.
Correct.
Because most people are cheating, right? And a lot of them don't know. Like, they set a post 18 inches deep and think that that's normal. So we want to have options for everybody, but in my opinion, the guy that's getting the drop or whatever should be someone that's not doing it to meet the industry standards, right?
Right.
So that's why I think it's
nice. I like that. Now you mentioned stuff like driver rental and trailer rental and like stuff like that. We're talking about for fence contractors and for maybe a DIY homeowner and
absolutely
stuff too.
Like, I got a call today from a guy I went to high school with, and he said, "Man, I've been watching your Facebook, and you're building these cedar fences. You have a metal post, and I think he was actually really interested in the King Plus." And he's like, "Man, that's impressive. How do you drive it?" And we drive the post with a post driver. It's a friend. Like, come grab one, man. You can do it.
Right.
The same scenario of like, there's really smart homeowners, like
absolutely,
way smarter than me.
Absolutely. But
they're not going to go buy a $3,500 or $8,000 driver, but they would rent one for $100.
Yep.
And it makes sense, right? Like that solves a problem. It's a win for them. They come buy material and we have the things they need. Does an average homeowner have a 20-foot deck over trailer?
No.
Oh, why would you have one?
Yeah, right.
But if you want to build your own fence and at least build it, like you have the option to build it, in my opinion, right.
Right. You
can at least meet ASTM standards. You can drive a post if you want to. You can use, like, we're really excited about cedar. We're in a pine market. You know this. Yeah. We've been testing cedar over the last couple of months. Like, is there a market for it here? Because normally I would say, no, we're a pine market and just stick with it, right? Just say, yep, that's what it is. We brought it in and we said, let's change the game a little bit here. We sell cedar. I don't even think we've sold a pine fence in 2 months. In a pine market to where, every day we went and built pine fence. Yep. Every day. Every single day. And in months we haven't. Like nobody is going to go, no, I really prefer the pine. Like I'd really like this pine. Yeah. But it's like, you go to Home Depot or you go to a big box store, you go to a vendor and he's picked for $4. Well, I'm going to sell them for less than $3. So, there's value in that, man. Absolutely. And I think the cedar thing is really starting to take off as well. People are really starting to notice. People who are driving by are stopping and like what kind of fence is that? Asking. About 80% of them are like, "Is that cedar?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is." You're like, "I didn't even know that we had cedar fences here." I'm like, I mean, here's a card, but people are loving it. The end quality is just it looks so much better. Like it's obviously better, right? But think about like your team. I'd much rather tote cedar pickets. Absolutely. Like I'd much rather nail up cedar pickets. Absolutely. Like it is all around better for the company, for obviously the customer, for your team. Stocking them. If you need to move some, like right now we move some between Homa and Pace, like it's not that big of a deal. Move the same amount of pickets in pine. Now I need a hot shot. Now I need all these things. Like, and if you really try, like I'm excited to be able to offer them for less than $3. Like, yeah. And obviously for the company to make a little bit of money off of it, HighSteele to be able to buy them, our competitors be able to buy them, a homeowner be able to buy them. Like I'm excited about that. Yeah, and making it to where our competitors can buy them will also change what is the norm here. Once more of the competitors start offering it, more people will take notice, and then it will become the norm. Absolutely. And it's like the guys I talked to call me, when I first ran the ad, we sold cedar on a wing post for the same price as pine. And I heard two things. I heard Chris has got this figured out, and I heard that guy's an idiot.
Yep.
Right. I heard he's hurting the market. He's under pressure and things. He's doing a bad job. And I'm like, whatever. You have your opinion, but the guys that would call me, how are you doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't go buy this anywhere else. Like, you can't buy a wing post from a big box store at a $24 a piece, $25 a piece, right? Local, dollars. You can't buy these things. So you can't offer anywhere close. So you ask the customer, do you want to see your fence? It's twice as much.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they don't. So that's why we're excited to bring these products in and be able to offer them at a comparable rate. It's still going to be a little more than pine.
Right.
But we're bridging that gap and how much different it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to get stuck too much on wood, but we're talking about everything, right? Vinyl, aluminum.
Yeah, man. Yes, we are.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
Day one out of HighSteele, we're selling wood.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Right. As we move into our new location, yes, we're everything.
That's awesome.
And some different things, like swan hinge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we not have a box of those on a shelf?
Yeah.
Because, it's not ideal for every job, right? You don't need it for every job because it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you find yourself in a bind, why can you not run down to the the local supply house? And it's not going to be cheap, but if you're in a bind, like, have it. The availability to have it.
Yeah.
We're going to have those in stock.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Me too.
I'm really excited as I can tell, I can talk about this finally.
Yeah.
Finally. But, that's the difference, is being able to have access to those materials that we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I love that. And, not just the materials, but just like you said, like the offhand stuff, like the like swan hinge, being able to say, hey, man, I need you to run and go get me a swan hinge at the like supply house. Like this just got missed, or they moved the gate after something.
Because what happens now is, now we have to order it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or we have them in stock here. We keep a couple, and we've seen the difference. Like, hey, I'm actually going to need a swan hinge on this job. That's right there. Right?
Yeah.
Boom. That just, like, man, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And now it's like not HighSteele stocking all this stuff. Like, not only is like we have access to it, but everybody in the area has access to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really firmly believe, Billy, that it's going to change our market.
I do too.
I really do.
I do too. I think it's going to do wonderful things for the market, for homeowners, fence contractors, just for everybody.
And how I am, man. Like, I get along with everybody.
Yep.
Like, I have no enemies in fence. I really don't. And I don't know if it's because I just, I see other people that do better than us, and I'm excited for them. I see people that do worse for us, and I want to help them. Like, I don't have enemies. So it's kind of a touchy thing, like, you own a fence company and you own a supply company.
Right.
Like, locally, I've kind of heard that, like, these things, but it's really not coming from that place. I'm not going to tank the market.
Right.
I'm not going to go use our supply house to go in and install cheap fences. HighSteele has to make money.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I get paid from HighSteele. I own HighSteele. You get paid from HighSteele, right? And your podcast and everything like this. Like, we're not changing that.
Yeah.
We're not going to dump our prices to try to get one over on everybody. Like, we're staying the same. We're just excited to be able to offer these products to the local industry.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that is saying something that not just are we willing to sell to the competitors, but man, if you got questions, like,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, driving posts to people in the fence game every single day who are well connected on social media and who actually take the time to watch that stuff. Yeah, that's one thing. But there's a lot of guys out there who aren't part of the fence pages here locally.
Absolutely.
And, say they're like, hey man, how do you attach that vinyl post to the metal post after you have it driven? Oh, hey man, we got these things that we call donuts, or we have these like Uni 5s or whatever you're using at the time. Here's how you use them. Quick rundown. And they're like, oh, okay. So I think that's pretty awesome as well, that we're there not to just sell you stuff, but man, like if you got questions about something, obviously don't come and ask me to flip the books open, right? But like, like if you got like questions on like how to, or when and where should I use this? I mean, it's just, we're here, we're open, and like you, I don't think very many enemies, probably none at all, like in the fence world locally. Even though, there's might be some people that I'm not so fond of.
Right.
Speaking of, one of them prayers up to the Lord for this man. But Fence fam, prayers up. We lost a man, not completely yet, but lost a man. Keep him in your prayers. But you know, life's crazy, man.
It is, dude.
It's crazy to, you know, think back, and, you know, 8 years ago, 8 years, probably 7 years ago, I think I was just meeting you for the first time in Nashville. I didn't ever see myself here.
The staining thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about that, not to cut you off, is like, I went to that because Sean was building a fence there.
Yeah.
Right? Like to help Sean, or maybe I was just along for the ride. And I remember looking at the stain going, I'm never going to do that. Like, look at these guys out staining. Like, I'm not going to do that. We'll mess that up. Like, not like negatively, just like we are not going to do that. And now we stain fence all day.
Yeah.
You know, it's like every day now.
Yeah, man. It's a wonderful thing to add to your list of things that you do for fences, man. It's pretty easy for the most part with a little bit of training.
Yeah. Keyword there.
Keyword is a little bit of training. But you know, I mean, like once you get it down, it's a nice break from the normal daily grind.
I think so. You know, it's comes up once or twice a week. Send the crew out to do, and normally like they did 2 stain jobs today after they finished another job. So it's, you know, our day was accounted for, our labor was accounted for. They went and stained. We're careful. We've got some training now. We've learned after 19 cars, my first stain job, we learned a little bit, but it's something to add, and we're going to sell stain.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, and I'll give Expert Stain and Seal some like props. Like if you order from them, it's coming, and it's coming quick.
Yes.
But I partnered with them, so to be able to offer this stain, like you just come pick it up.
Yep.
And like we're always a bucket short.
Yeah.
I don't care if you order 10 extra buckets. Sometimes I feel like somehow, shape, or form, we're going to be a little bit short.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to be able to have that in stock.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And that also is going to completely change the market as well, to have that on hand.
Yeah, let's go cedar. Let's go stain. Let's go metal post. Let's go, you know, king plus, wing post, whatever. Let's go. Let's have a good fence around here.
Yeah. And that's also another thing that I wanted to kind of like touch on now that you brought that up. Whenever I meet some of the new fence guys that I meet, and they find out all the different styles of wood fence that we do, king plus, winged post, 4x4, they're like, why do you guys do everything?
Right.
I think it's pretty neat that we do everything.
Yeah, man. I look at this like everyone's got a budget, right? So if we do get that track home that Miss Jones is at, and she needs a cheap fence, you know, we could, if we wanted to, we could sub it out, dig and set. Everyone knows how to do that. Not everyone has a driver. You know, there's guys that are more comfortable doing that. We were a dig and set company for so long. And just to, I don't want to dig and set. I really don't. But at the same time, you know, we offered that service, and someone told me one time, I can't remember who it was, like, don't be too stubborn to dig a hole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not too stubborn to dig a hole.
Yeah.
Like, we will sell you a 4x4, a winged post. We will sell you king plus. You know, we'll sell you 6 5/8 on 6-foot centers.
That would be a beefy one, man.
We will, though, right?
Yeah.
Like if some people want certain things, and at the end of the day, like it's our job to solve their problem, and we're living in their world, man. We're blessed to be able to work for every customer that that we work for. So if they have something that's, as long as it's not a hack or, you know, it's going to hurt their fence in the long run, like I want to do that for them.
Yeah. Absolutely. I picked this up from oh man, his name's going to escape me. Lynch's Lawn and Fence. This
#1 fence company in the world.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Not just that, but we get to do this.
Yes.
Every day.
Absolutely. We
Get to. Not have to. We get to. And that, when he told me that stuck with me. And then when Nick said it the other day, I was like, you must have heard for some reason, his first name is escaping me so hard right now. What?
I think it's Daniel.
Daniel. I was like, you must have heard Daniel on the podcast. He was like, you're absolutely right. I love that. And that has been one thing that has stuck with me since, not just I've had him on, but his first message back to me whenever I asked him on the show, he ended the yes, I'll come on with, I can't believe we get to do this every single day. And I'm like, man.
What a perspective, you know, and that's, we get caught in the grind. We get caught in the, you know, this customer's being rude. Like we're not going to make every single person the rest of our life happy.
No.
Right. But sometimes we let that one person change our perspective of our customers. And like, he's so right. We get to do.
Yeah.
how lucky are we to be able to come to work every single day? Billy, we haven't worried about work in years, man.
Mhm.
Honestly, since Josh started, like that was
Yeah.
a different perspective. We've never not worked, but it's funny it's like funny when I hear people say, I've always had too much work. I have too much work. I'm like, yeah, I wish I had that problem. And then you get that problem and it's a different animal.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Like we're so lucky to not worry about where we're going tomorrow. It's February.
Mm-hmm.
We worked overtime last week.
Yeah.
You know, like we're lucky, man.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yes, extremely blessed not to just do this every day, but to be here every day. I mean, you know, as we know, life can be taken as like that, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you know, you can go, we can end one day cutting up and joking about somebody, and the next morning we find out some real bad news, and it's just like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh God. It's like not the biggest fan, but man, I don't wish death on anybody, right?
No,
you know,
and when you look back, like the reason you have an opinion about somebody is probably stupid anyways.
Yeah.
You know, and then like when
Yeah.
something real happens, you're like, oh wow, like that doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And like most things really don't matter anyways, but it's wild how that works out.
Yeah, man. And you know, getting in that mentality of all the customers suck is such a bad place to be, man, because you know what? You're going to get those shitty customers every once in a while, and it sucks, man. It sucks. I had one the other day, and bless her heart, I'm sure if I met her in some other circumstance, she'd probably be a cool ass lady.
Yeah.
But, you know, she wasn't. And it was Friday, and I was on the way home, and I was like, man, that kind of hurt my feelings. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I'm not going to let her ruin my day. I was like, see her ass on Monday, boy.
Right. And there's always one, you know.
Yeah.
And it's very few a year.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get in more arguments driving home. Just with people, you know, like so mad at the world, like,
Mhm.
you know, road rage around here. And it's like, you know what, if we just have to deal with one here and there.
Yeah.
And like, I hate that you feel this way.
Yeah.
And I hate that you ordered a special product that came in a little late.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that.
Yeah. And,
But I want to tell her, aren't you so blessed to be able to order this fence?
Yeah.
The most expensive fence money can buy in a backyard, in my opinion. Aren't you so lucky to be able to do that? And I'm sorry it came in a couple weeks late. Wow.
yeah.
But you know what? Like we didn't meet her expectation at the end of the day. Like she had expectations set in her mind, and we weren't. You know, I don't know how we should dissect it.
Yeah.
You know, and we didn't meet it at the end of the day, and maybe there's some that we can't meet, and that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it happens, and you just got to keep rolling with the punches, to be honest with you.
Right.
So, all right. We are right up at break time, so we're going to run to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70 plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. Gurry Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. Gurry specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgurry.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes Mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgurry.com. Struggling with a gate that drags on your sloped yard? Orlando Hinge Company has the solution, the Swan Hinge. Unlike standard hinges, the Swan Hinge lets double drive gates swing open smoothly up inclines, eliminating dragging and binding, Easy to install on vinyl, aluminum, wood, and chain link gates, it's built for durability and made to withstand the elements. And when your customer hears that, yes, their gates can work on a slope, you just made the sale. The Swan Hinge, designed by fencers for fencers. Made in the USA, lifetime warranty. Order today at swanhinge.com or email info@orlandohingecompany.com. The Swan Hinge, because every gate deserves to open smoothly.
All right, guys, we are back. And for those of you just joining us, we have Mr. Chris Steele in the house. He had a big announcement of going to a supply house that he is opening up, and it will be completely separate from HighSteele. So big news like for that. And we're in here talking about it. For those of you who are just joining us, we are going to, let's go run through some comments real fast. Let's see. Oh, Michael Brooks says, let's do this shit. Matt Warner, woo! I got Cannon Johnson in the house.
Cannon Johnson.
JC Gurry signs the decals in the house. We got Kevin Orlando. Evan Gardner says, the fence company. There's already one of those, buddy. Matt Warner says, excited to have you in Nebraska. You are going to Nebraska, aren't you?
I'm super excited. Chris Gass and I, which if you travel with that guy, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really excited. We're going March 16th to Matt's place for a Monday morning meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So I've been, I mean, you kind of know, but so I've gotten even deeper into the texting Chris Gass every 30 days.
Every 30 days?
Oh, fuck yeah. I have it on my damn calendar. Text Chris Gass every 30 days. It's on my calendar. So,
well, I know he's not watching because he's calling me right now.
So I text him, I think last Thursday, and I said, hey man, I got like a spot open. It's the week after your best friend Chris Steele comes on. What do you think? And I sent him the big eyeballs, and he just left me on red. I was like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Don't let him come right after me because he'll top me. He's way better. So don't let him do that.
But hopefully, when I get to see him in person at the retreat, I can lay it on thick, and I can actually get him on there and like in person. We got Mr. Jordan Hunt going on. What's going on, man? He says, what's up, boys? Saying hello from the frozen hell that is northern Michigan. 36 inches of snow on the ground still, and -1 this morning. Y'all hiring?
Man,
bro,
like 60. It's cold here, to be fair, the last 2 days, and it was chilly today.
Dude, it warmed up.
It was nice
today, though. Nice. I mean, for it to start out at 27 degrees, I was coming out of my jackets by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, normally I'm in them pretty much all day, but man, it warmed up quick, and then it's supposed to be back at 74 tomorrow.
I'll take it.
Absolutely. But yeah, Jordan, come on down, man. We would love to have you. Absolutely. All right. Kevin Orlando says, easy peasy. That was to the reply of having the Swan hinges on the shelf. I offer Swan hinges to all my local competitors. Absolutely.
Yep.
There we go. Cannon Johnson says, I believe in you, Chris. Go get it, brother.
Thank you, Cannon.
Hell yeah, man. Love it. Let's see. We got Max Peters on here. Time I met Billy was at a King Plus training or the aluminum around the cemetery with Sean. Jesus hair. Yes, I did have Jesus hair at the time.
I remember that.
Yeah. I got rid of it. I cut it all off.
We cleaned you up.
Yeah. All right, man. We got Owen King in the house right now.
Ooh, the GOAT.
Oh my God. Is that the actual Chris Steele? What's up, boys? So that is up to you whether you would like to drop the name or not. I know we were keeping that up in the air.
Yeah, we'll get into your topics and we'll drop it. Why not?
Yeah.
We got nowhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get back on track over here. So we ran through some of the comments, and like I said, after the commercial break, we are here talking about the move to a supply house, which we will drop the name here shortly. But now that we're going to get into the back end of this, what kind of like stresses are you preparing for or not prepared for right now with you being pulled in not just two directions anymore, but now you're going to be pulled in a third?
Yeah, man. I don't think I can be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Right. Like, luckily that I do have a partner in this. Right. So he's not day to day, right? Necessarily, like he's not coming to work the store, but the funding is there to be able to hire help and the capital behind this to be able to do something like this is one of the, like, money doesn't solve all problems, but
Right.
it helps. Right.
Yeah.
So being able to have a partner in that and funding and capital is huge. So that's going to help some. I do stress a lot, right? I thrive on it, man. It's something that I miss. I like doing. I don't mind a Monday morning when someone's not here and we got to go two different places. Like, that's the stuff that makes the wheels turn in my head, right?
Right.
And I want to say like I love bad stress, but good stress, like movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
New things, exciting things, challenges, roadblocks. Like, that's where, in my opinion, I thrive, and I really enjoy being in that space. So, Homa's doing his thing, right? Like, I'm obviously still heavily involved there from afar, though. So those meetings look different now. We just started. I don't know if you know this, but every Monday, everyone in the office here in Homa, right, hops in a call. Like, that changed the game there too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up to speed on a lot of things there. Trevor's doing well over there. I'm actually, after this, going to Homa, so I'm going there for our quarterly meeting early so that I can focus on CFS. As normally that'd be March, into March, but as we go into our busy season where I think people are really kicking off, and I look at this like, where you buy your material, you'll probably be faithful to, as long as people are happy and your prices are fair and you solve their problems, right? So I need to be focused on CFS.
Ooh, that was the second time you did that too.
Yeah, it is. I have to figure that one out. I need to be focused on that going into the busy season. This is going to be, I don't care how many guys I can hire, how much materials on the ground. Like, it's going to be stressful, right? Day one, we're going to mess something up. We're going to short someone's attention band. We're going to do something on accident. And I want to be there to drive that product to the customer. I want to be there to, discount that gate we built wrong. Like, those problems are going to come. For the last year and a half, or 13 months, not year and a half, we've been focused on how do we avoid them, but we're humans. Like, mistakes are going to happen.
Yep.
Any material house I've ever bought anything from, mistakes happen. And how you solve those is how I judge you and judge your business.
Right.
Like, if you drove, we have a vendor in Louisiana. I don't expect them to bring me attention band. Right. But the next time they came and they dropped a box off and they said, "That's on me, man," that meant something.
Yeah.
Like, how much is a box of attention band?
Right.
$20. Like, it's not about the money. It's that we accidentally shorted you. We didn't mean to. Like, it's going to happen. So I am stressed, man. I'm like really excited, but it is stressful. Like, this is about to be real. And this isn't me. I didn't order a couple bundles of pickets and we're going to see what happens. Like, this is all in.
Yeah.
Right. Like, yes, we have a partner. Yes, we have, capital coming in, but like, this is also me. So, I'm stressed. How am I going to handle it? I guess like all the other stress.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but having those stressors of both the HighSteels starting to come down is going to also ease the transition as well.
Yeah, man. And like here, I'm here every day. So when I'm away, like, there's things, obviously, like, I don't think I have a business that I can walk away from and never come back to. I think you would say there's probably a difference when I'm involved, right? So I am needed here, yes. And that's why I'm excited that this supply company is going to be locally here. So, even when I'm not physically here, as long as I have not an eye on things, but like, I'm involved. I pay attention to connect teams. I see the communication to the company. When I pull up to the office, I see materials that are here and that aren't here. With Louisiana, like, I don't get any of that.
Right.
I don't pay as much attention to it there. So I have some news coming for that too over there. So we'll release that on the fourth episode. But so we have some things that's going to help eliminate stress there. And in the meantime, like, it is less stressful here today than it was 2 years ago. And that's when we started looking at this. I was like, I'm involved in certain key aspects of this. Like, now if I get too involved, I mess it up. Like, I sold a job today. It's not in anything. It's a friend. I needed a fence, right? Like, I can see Nick tomorrow. I'm like, "Hey, I need you to go do." He's like, "There's no 811. There's no contract." Like, when I get too involved now, I mess things up. So my position of where I am with this company, I feel very confident about. I have help in Homa. I have someone in very close to an ownership role in that. So, or partnership, I should say, in that company. So I'm getting help, right? So that a lot of my focus can be headed to CFS.
Right. And what is CFS?
CFS, Coastal Fencing Solutions.
There we go.
We're solving problems.
There we go, guys.
So the difference in supply and solutions is exactly the name.
Yeah, man. And just to piggyback off the like solutions, that's why I named my old company Solutions, Gulf Coast Fence Solutions. It was actually, none of that was me. My best friend, whose name is William, two Williams, right? They came over for dinner one night, and I was like, man, I need to change my name. You know, it was Billy's this, Billy's that. And his girlfriend just looks at me and she says, Gulf Coast Fence Solutions. And I was like, one take? It's like, bro, she got it in one take. That's right. Perfect.
To be fair, this wasn't my name either.
Yeah.
So our partner in this, Paul, that was like, Lily sent me, he's like, what do you think about this? Wow. Like, I don't even know that he understood like how much solutions meant. Like, I mean, of course, like he's a smart guy. Like, we need to solve problems. But I'm like, we are going to solve big problems.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's exciting. So yeah, Coastal Fencing Solutions.
Awesome. I'm glad that I can finally not have to bite my tongue about it, because I
know, and you know, and I don't know why it's been such a secret. You know, it's really not. But I'm not worried about somebody else doing it first or anything like that. Like, I don't even worry about those things. It's just like, is this real?
Right.
You know, whenever we signed our operating, it became real.
Right.
You know, when we actually looked at starting putting purchase orders in, like, this is a real deal. Like, I'm like ordering material that HighSteele wouldn't probably be able to float. You know, like these are big orders. So that's when it became real. I got to bring Paul out to Fence Tech. You got to come see. You got to hang out with the guys. It's funny, like we all call him Uncle Paul. Yeah, that's the joke in the office is Uncle Paul. And he got to meet people and meet the website company, meet all these guys and girls. And he's like, man, I love the fence industry. Like, these are cool people. I'm like, exactly. Like, it's we're excited to serve these people.
Yeah. I mean, it is really cool meeting all of those people and going to events like Fence Tech or the Fence Show and seeing.
I met him there.
Yeah.
Like that's, you want to talk about, I don't know if this is in your notes. I'm jumping ahead here.
No, go ahead.
Things happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. And it's been on the back of my mind, like we talked about. I think anyone in the fence industry wants to sell material, like probably,
right.
Like I think anybody wants to sell it, have enough on the yard for you and to be able to retail it. But it's funny, like I bumped into this guy, like bumped into him. Oh, I'm sorry. He's like, how's the fence industry? I was like, freaking horrible, man. Jokingly, but I mean, it's been got some horror stories. Like, I've got skeletons in the closet, man. And it's been a rough time, a few times in this industry. So it's funny. I don't know why I just told him about it. Like the bad things, the good and the bad. Like I told him about the bad things. He was like, oh, that's cool. Not really,
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, he's like, looked at me, he's like, yeah, the fence industry is like, it's fragmented. It has no capital. It's underfunded. And he's in construction in a different level. And what it started is, I think he had some problems at a development with some fence people. And he got attracted to it. And he was literally there to meet somebody.
Yeah. And
he hands me his card, and I give him my phone number, and I'm thinking, like, this is a guy that wants me to come somewhere and build fence. Like, cool, whatever. And he sends me a text. I'm sitting on the plane, getting ready to leave Utah, and I'm sitting there looking at my phone. It's like, ding. And it's like, hey, check out our website. This is what we do. I'm like, who the hell is this? And I see who it is. I'm like, okay. Like, I opened their website. I was like, huh. Interesting. This guy's the CEO of the company. Wow.
Right.
Okay. There's opportunity here. What is that opportunity? It was almost a fence company in Texas.
Yep.
And praise the Lord, like that didn't happen. We went out, like I said, we've been back and forth. And it's like, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to make money in this, especially at first. And we're like, I just remember looking at it, I was like, you want to sell stuff? I was like, that sounds way easier. Like, well, it's not. Yes, it's going to have its problems as well, but that's kind of how that was born. So it's funny, like we say Fence Tech, like, man, and that was a year that like I really didn't have time to be there. I had other things to do. I think I probably went just to see Sean. Like, I don't get to see him as much anymore, and let him know that I was there in spirit. I wasn't super helpful, but that was probably the reason I was there. Honestly, I went by myself. I flew in for like 2 nights.
Yep.
I think I stayed on Sean's Airbnb's couch. Like I was just there for that, and I met this guy there, and I wouldn't be doing this today without that.
Right.
So those getting out and getting involved, I don't care who you like, AFA, FWA, whatever. I like them all.
Yeah, same.
But if you get out and get involved in the community, like take care of business, you need to be healthy at home first. You got to put your own oxygen mask on. I'm a big, I have not done that before, so I am a believer in that. But you got to get outside your circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've seen this. Like Sean went to RoofCon.
Yeah.
He stepped really outside his circle. Some magical things happen there, and it's like we're all service-based industry, but like kind of get away from fence and get out of this and. Is it thinking outside the box that we can sell material?
No.
To me, it was at first. And then a door opened. Like, well, maybe. And so I'm getting circled back around. Like, I didn't really not that it was too good to be true, but it was like, how am I getting this opportunity? Why me? Like, there's a way smarter fence people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Way smarter. And I'm like, I tell this guy this. Like, hey, man, I don't even know if I'm your guy. I can connect you with some people way smarter than me. But getting outside that circle and going and do something is what connected us.
Yeah, man. Being in the right place in the right time has a lot to do with a lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And just not that and just knowing the right people, man. When I moved up to DC in my early 20s,
I always forget you lived there.
Yeah. Made a whole lot of money. That place sucks though. That place sucks. I will take making less money and living here. I promise you that. Wow. Any day. I mean, I made 110 grand at 22.
Wow.
Yes, but no more. I don't like that place. But I say all this to say, my dad said that being in the right place at the right time is a real thing, and also who will get you farther than what you know.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, man, that's bullshit. I was like, there's no way that who I know will get me farther than what I know. But it turns out in life that is a true statement.
Yeah, it's definitely beneficial.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So network as much as possible. Get yourself out there. Make sure that you're wearing your own oxygen mask first and that your business is safe and sound. But just like Chris said, get outside your circle. Go meet some people. Go talk to some framers or go talk to some floor guys. Or
we're all fighting the same battle, man. Yeah. I talked to an electrician here. We recently flipped a house. So I got to, I hired some subs myself, and you get talking to them. It's like, they're either fighting things you've already fought or fighting things you're going to fight. And, it's different, and they have a different approach to things. We get sucked in the fence world, and we only know to come to each other. And how do you do this? And getting outside of that, it's service-based, right? They're fighting very similar battles.
Yeah.
And connecting with them and understanding that is big.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, man. Well, we are coming up on time. You got any closing thoughts for everybody?
Ooh, closing thoughts. It's this is just getting started, right? So I don't have like a victory speech because the work is beginning now.
Right.
I heard recently a guy was like, "Oh, he's so lucky," and all that. It's like, man, we are just getting started. Like the hurdles that we have to jump to get through this. We're not trying to be an average fence supply house. We're not trying to be just get by. I don't want to run out of material. I don't want to run out of parts. I want to have your stuff. If we forget it, I want someone on the way to bring it to you.
Right. So
the local guys here, don't feel weird about buying from Coastal Fencing Solutions. You are, I guess, in a way, supporting a competitor. You're not supporting HighSteele Fence. You're supporting an industry changer locally.
Mm-hmm.
The way I look about it, we're bringing cedar to the market. We're bringing posts to the market. We're bringing driver rental, trailer rental. We're bringing tools to the industry to help. We want to make our local market better.
Yeah.
We want to make it good, offer a better fence than what we're doing now. And every fence guy around here and every fence guy in the Panhandle of Florida knows we build a shit fence. It's a pine fence.
Yeah.
We can set it to ASTM. We can use 2 bags of concrete. We can do all of this. We're not building the best fence.
Yeah.
We want to. I think everybody wants to do something better, but we can't charge the customer double. So we want to meet that middle ground and help change the industry.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming back to work and jumping on here with me for an hour. Very much appreciate that. It's always fun to have somebody in here with me as well instead of over the computer. I like the
I know,
face-to-face
and I've never
interaction.
sat here, and it's like my desk is, very, very not very far away. So it's cool to sit down with you and catch up for one, and then be a part of this. And thank you for allowing us to, put this out there.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we're freaking excited about it, man.
Yeah.
We're so excited about it, and we're pretty much ready for orders. So
yeah.
Those that have my cell phone locally, that's the number right now. I'm bootstrapping this. So, and then in the next month or two, we'll be in our new building.
It's awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, if like you said, our local guys, don't be scared. Come out and get some like material from CFS, and for everybody else, we will see a lot of people in March. We'll be in Tennessee, right?
Demo days?
Oh my God, I don't even remember.
I think it's in South Florida. If we're going to Tennessee, I did not know about this.
No, that's the end of it.
But I'll follow you anywhere.
That's the end of March, though, right?
The retreat.
Yes.
In March.
Okay, so we'll see a bunch of people in demo days in South Florida.
Yes.
Which
is, I think,
very soon.
Couple weeks
I think it's like 2-3 weeks. Man, I don't know.
We should know this stuff.
March is extremely booked, though. I will say that.
We should know this.
Yeah, definitely.
We should find that out and then get back to the people that are waiting on our answers.
All right, guys. Well, hey, man, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Stick around for next week. I got Matthew. I cannot pronounce his last name. Cheradona. Yeah, cool elite technique guy.
Cool dude.
Has a great freaking story. I heard bits and pieces of it at last year's retreat. I'm excited to get it out there and let you all hear it. Until then, guys, go kick some ass, be safe, and collect some checks.
Hey, Troy, I love you too, bro.
Hey, what's up, Troy?
Troy used to work with HighSteele. He doesn't anymore, but that's the culture I hope that we keep. Is I love you too, bro.
Yeah, love you too, man. Be good out there. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.